Ashton United TV, and we're joined by first team manager Jody Banim for the first time this season. Jody, did you have a good break, and has it sunk in yet what you achieved with the club last season?
Yeah, it was good. I had a 10-day break on holiday, but obviously there's not been much of a break. There's been a lot to organise. Obviously there's been some outs that have been publicised, and so we've managed to get a few players in which we've not spoke about in the press or anything yet, but obviously they're on board and obviously they're in training today.
Is it hard for you with players not being on contracts? You know, they can go at any time, and in a way you're disappointed with the players that have left?
I'm not disappointed. Listen, it's football at the end of the day, and players move on. You know, I was a player myself, so I move football clubs as well. I just always hope that you leave the football club in the right manner. And regarding contracts, yeah, it's disappointing. Listen, if we could contract 20 players like probably 90% of the clubs in the league that we're going into, then great. I would absolutely love that. And planning is so much easier then for pre-season and the start of the season. So, but we can't do that. We haven't got the budgets of the Chesters, who have obviously took 3 players from us. We can't offer them the types of contracts that they're offering them. What we can do is get the right infrastructure in place, which we've been doing over the summer. We've been putting a lot of work in, growing the backroom team, growing the medical team. We've been growing our scouting network. We'll obviously prepare as well as we did last pre-season, and we'll be patient. There'll be players that come up. We had the same situation last year, albeit in a different league. Obviously we were going up against the better paying clubs in the Evo Stick Premier, and we were missing out on players and perhaps losing players last pre-season that we would have liked to have signed to other teams. And we weren't fancied last season either. And I think the same is going to happen this year. Obviously we're probably not going to be one of the fancied teams. We're now looking for players, Conference North level, maybe Conference National level, that are looking for a challenge in the Conference North, and we're going up against bigger clubs with bigger budgets. So we just got to hope that the players want to buy into Ashton United, the way that we want to play, the way we want to do things here, and they've got to be here for the right reasons. So we've lost players, from a financial perspective. We've, apart from Josh Granite, he's the only one really that's gone full time. He's gone into a higher league, so. Money does talk at the end of the day, and we've got to accept that. We realise where we are on the food chain when it comes down to finances, but we punched above our weight last year, and we'll be doing exactly the same next season. So
you said obviously you've got some players in at the moment which we are looking to announce in the next few days. Are you confident that the club can do well next season, FA Cup run, and also stay up in the National League North?
Yeah, I'm 100% confident we can stay up, and we can do well. And listen, we're not going to be cannon fodder for nobody. We'll prepare right. As I said to you before, we'll be patient with our recruitment. There'll be players that will be coming available towards the end of pre-season that we're not people's first choice. We know that. We're little old Ashton at the end of the day. So we have to be patient. There will be good players becoming available that have not perhaps got the deal at the club or the right financial deal that they wanted elsewhere, and they'll become available like they did last pre-season. And then we've got to kind of be active, be mobile, and ready to bring the right kind of player in that fits our system, that fits the ethos of the club, and wants to be here for the right reasons. And that's the most important thing. The big thing that we had last season was a really good team spirit. Everyone wanted to be here for the right reasons, and that's one of the massive reasons why we did so well last year.
So moving on to pre-season, we've announced the game against Oldham, and we've also got other games which hopefully we can announce in the future. Just how important is it for the team to play a high calibre level of team like Oldham, as well as lower calibre teams as well? It's
good from a couple of perspectives really. It's good for the football club because it's a revenue generator during a part of the season where we've got little revenue coming in from gate receipts, etc. So it's good for the club in that sense. It's good for the players because they get to test themselves against Football League players. It gives them a gauge of where we are fitness wise, where we are from a team perspective. But it's also good to play the teams that a couple of a league below us as well, because it gives us opportunities to have a look at systems, players, and I feel that we've got a good mix of teams for pre-season that'll put us in the right frame going in August.
So hopefully it's a great pre-season. And finally, is there a game or a fixture that you're looking forward to the most next year?
Probably Stockport County. I think a few people say that. If you'd have told me that Ashton United had been playing Stockport County in a in a league game, 10 years ago, I'd have said you were mental. Most of, we've done very well, but unfortunately for Stockport, they've had a bit of a fall. They are a massive football club, big stadium, get decent crowds, etc. and stuff like that. But it's a league game at the end of the day, and that's the beauty of it. We're on a level pegging when it comes to league standings. So we'll look forward to all the games, and it's a massive. I think there's probably 12 ex-league clubs in there. You've got Hereford, who are massively supported club, Kidderminster, Chester. There's some big clubs in that league this season. So we'll enjoy it, but we've got a job to do. We've got to be professional, and we've got to do it. We've not got to be overawed just because we are a smaller team in a smaller club in that league.
Jody, thank you very much for speaking to us, and I hope to see you again soon.
Cheers.